Welcome back to the Soda Mention, everyone. Today we will be resuming Warsong for the Sega Genesis. We kicked off a brand new campaign last time, so today we're going to be doing another round of Warsong, mainly to cover scenarios 5 and 6 at minimum, or we could even go all the way up to the end of scenario 8 at maximum time permitting. But anyways, it's good to have everyone back. So I do want to extend first, once again, to thank Robomegas for his follow last stream, and to thank him for his advice in helping me get out of that little situation in Scenario 4 and helping build up Mina the Cleric into Mina the Priestess. Now today we're just hoping to get some more of our characters class changed so that they can start contributing more to the war efforts, so to speak. And hopefully we'll emerge victorious. But anyways, again, good to have everyone back. And I'm just eager to have another round of this game before we just cycle through our usual inventory for beginning next week, which will just consist of Tales of Eternia, Earthbound Beginnings, and a couple campaigns of Warsong. Again, to sprinkle a little variety in this channel. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's sprout some limbs and get back into the game, shall we? There we go. Okay, back to business. I'm gonna have to also start save scumming. But anyways, we left off at the beginning of Scenario 5, so onwards to the next battle campaign. 5. Army of the Empire. Joining the reinforcements from Solrus, Garrett finally begins his march into Balcha. Win. Defeating the enemy's leader, Lance. Lose. Death of Garrett. 5 commanders to take control of this little scenario. And the enemy is comprised of Cavaliers. We got 3 Cavaliers. And a group of footmen and a group of archers. Okay, so if I remember correctly, archers fare well against Cavaliers. And of course, but Cavaliers also fare well against footmen. Or just your standard soldiers, whatever. Oh, Elven Sora, how nice to have you here. Good luck, gamer. Love the music in this. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Okay, so you're just in time to see me start this little campaign. So, okay, so we are on the 5th scenario. It's our second playthrough of Warsong. I hope you were able to see the first playthrough of this game in the last stream. At least it is archived on my Twitch channel, by the way. Oh, and another thing I need to bring up. I did export the previous stream to YouTube, but for some strange reason, YouTube has partially flagged my stream because it says that it has some copyrighted music in it, but which will not be available to all regions because apparently the copyright claim is being disputed by the Universal Music Group for some strange reason. I'm not sure if it's just the intro theme that I was playing at the beginning of this stream, but that was the PC Engine intro theme of Warsong, or Languisher. And if it's owned by UMC, I mean, that's or no, UMG, but then that's awfully weird. But I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of that. Perhaps it's just much ado about nothing. But anyways, let's get back into this. We have... I got alert because it's still working, but I love this game. We'll be watching. Cool. Cool, cool. Don't let me keep you from doing your work, man. Work comes first. For a bottle cap myself, this here is work. In a way. While I'm on stream. But anyways, okay. So, what we have here are a couple of major rock formations and a couple valleys to wander through. One heavily forested, one appears to be a bottleneck in the center, and there's also a river in the northwest. So we got 5 units positioned all in the northeast. Okay, got it. So anyways, let's get ourselves ready for battle and enlist the services of some brave men for this here campaign. So right now, Garrett can only still recruit soldiers to his cause. So let's load them up. Valdarov. Okay, we are going to get some archers because we have cavaliers. We got cavaliers on the horizon. Guardman and Monk. I'm not a fan of Guardmen because Guardmen are usually just reserved for lower level enemies such as those slimes there. But if we can command monks, I mean, they should fare well in battle, considering they have a standard default attack stat of 20, defense stat of 13, and 6 full movements at a maximum. But they are 60 points apiece, but whatever. Let's load them up. Let's load ourselves up. Okay, and we definitely need to build up Thorn as well. I'm not liking the fact that he's level 3, and if he wasn't such a total Leroy Jenkins in the past couple streams as an NPC, I could have built him up a little... He could have been built up a little bit more, but that's my view on this. Okay, but we do need to get him loaded up. Okay, we have a few items, so let's give Garrett here his sword. The cross... Okay, Mina has better defense than if she's a priestess. Maybe I can give it the Thorn, I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, I think, okay, okay, she has 16 MP, that's good, because that means I could really provide some healing capabilities. Valdarov will still be serving as the tank for my party here. Okay, you know what? I'll give Thorn the cross this time around. Hopefully, I'm not gonna regret it. Okay, anyways. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna position our men. So again, we have 5 commanders for this scenario. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put Baldarov right here, because I think he has his Elven archers at his disposal. So Elven archers have movement bonuses through the forests. Let's see what else I'm gonna do. Garrett's still a fighter. Okay, but I do want to get Garrett to his next class ASAP. After all, he is the main character, and if he dies, it's game over. So I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna have Minas tail him and offer clerical support. Okay, let's put Sabra over here. And have Thorn take up take up the rear. Okay, I think this ought to do it. I mean, we don't have Robo-Megas here to help us out, so I'm gonna have to really wing this. Hopefully, I do not get a game over. The enemy is approaching. All troops in position at once. I gotta be careful with Lance here. He's no joke. Yes, sir. The remaining troops of Balcha. I'll get you all. If we can get through here, the Castle Balcha should be right in front of us. I'm sure the enemy will ambush us there. We can't retreat now. Everyone stay close and try not to get hurt. Alright. Let's get ourselves moving. Okay, so let's make our way to the bridge. But it's a possibility we may have to retreat into the mountains to get ourselves some additional defense leverage. Right, let's reposition our men. Putting them there. That's a 30% defense bonus. We're attacking from the hills. Mina will need to, again, she needs to provide some support for Garrett until he gets to his next class. Plus, the monks should be more capable against... They should be more capable against some against an enemy, but they have, let's see, so standard defense of 13 plus a command radius bonus of +6. So they go up to 19. Alright, let's advance through this valley here. It is going to be a tight squeeze. Let's position this guy right up on the hill. Okay, Thorn's gonna take up the rear. Get all the men in place. Alright, now let's deal with Baldarov. Okay, we're gonna have Baldarov move for the Forest Valley of the East. Okay, so all of our troops are now positioned. Okay, so we got one knight here and his cavalry. We have a second commander here. Pretty much with archers at the ready. Lance, here's the Royal Guard. He's the guy we're gonna have to deal with, and he's surrounded by his cavalry. We have foot soldiers here. Another cavalry over there. Alright, let's now end the phase and let the enemy take a trip. Wait, I want to take a look at this. The Lance, yep. So we gotta beat Lance in order to win this scenario. And they're wasting no time. Okay, so the archers are going to provide support for the cavaliers. They're not going through the middle valley. Okay, let's see how we're gonna move this time. So those horsemen have a lot of open space to move around. So we're gonna put... let's just put... Okay, we can have Garrett move into this patch of forest here. I'll just put him right here. Because I do need to get that defense bonus from the terrain. Okay. Let me try positioning Mina over here. Okay, that'll do it. Alright, advancing further into the valley. Okay, so that's all of Sabra's units. So let's now get Thorn. Let's give Thorn a good move on. Alright, advancing into the valley. Alright, now we're moving on to Yeah, they really want to outflank us in the east. But I'm gonna have to intercept them. Okay, that's everyone. So now it's time for the enemy to make a move. Okay, they're gonna try to ford the river. Okay, so now the enemy's advancing into the valley. Alright, third turn. Attack the enemy's commander. The troops will be disorganized without someone to lead them. Okay, so yeah, so if you were to destroy the commander, all of the troops will just disappear along with the commander. It's pretty much an effective strategy. Hey, Robomegas, good to have you here. So we're on Scenario 5 of Warsong. Anyway. Yes, the legendary scenario, where we pretty much have to try and outflank the enemy between two rock formations. And the debut of Lance, the Royal Knight. Okay, so let's position Garrett over here. Get his guys into the mountain to get that terrain bonus. There's another troll map. I think I can see why. Okay, we just want to maintain leverage in the mountains at 30% defense. Okay, we're just gonna move Mina up as well. Like, we need to level our fighters badly, but the most XP is cavalry, and our fighters cannot hire elves. Yep. Only Balderolv at this point can hire the archers. But I have to have him work in the southeast for a minute because Lance's cavalries are trying to outflank us in the east. Guess I'll probably have to put him over here. Okay, so we are moving through the valley. We have a very severe bottleneck in this valley here, but we're gonna have to make the most of it. Gotta stick to the mountainsides. Oh. I mean, I definitely want to get Garrett up to level 10 as soon as possible, so I can finally try to change his rank. And Thorn, holy shit, do I need to get Thorn up. But Sabra also needs to get up, because we gotta get him out of their fighter class ASAP. Oh. Okay, I did not move any of Thorn's men close to Sabra. Let's put Thorn in the little patch of forest here. You're very welcome, Magus. I love the music here. Okay, all troops are positioned in the phase. Yeah, he does waste XP. Sadly, he's the only guy we have who can command archers. That's why I want to get Garrett ranked up so he can take command of archers. Okay, we got a unit wipe. Okay, so they're fording across that river to attack us. They're not going to use the bridge. Okay, we got ourselves a long-range battle. Thank goodness for mountain defense bonuses. But only if you're curious. There's another approach. Well, lay it on me. I'm not sure if we can implement that strategy now because I've already pre-positioned all my commanders. Really does suck that I can only have Balderov command archers, because then yeah, we have to have a different positioning for that. Oh, crap. Okay, well then we're just gonna have to try strategy for scenario 6 then. Anyways, I'm gonna have to make the most of this one. Attention, be on guard at all times. Yes, sir. Understood. We only need 3 months for me to implement that. Okay. Anywho, let's see what I can do in this case. I need to make sure Garrett has the terrain bonus. But I definitely have to have him build up his XP, because I want him out as I want his class changed ASAP. See how we're gonna do it. Okay, we held the line, but we're down to 1 man. Or we can hire no troops. That's true. Gonna put one of my units over here. Okay, let's just reposition him over here. Okay, I think we'll just have to sacrifice a couple of guys just to take care of this guy, because I need to get that XP. Okay, we're gonna move them a little bit further into the... Okay, and we're just gonna stay close. Mina's gonna need this mountain cover for sure. Nope, she cannot use magic when her turn is spent. Okay, so we've already gotten the path, so we finished with Garrett and Mina here, so now let's move into the valley with Sabra and Thorn. Okay, let's advance. Thing is, we need at least 2 lords battling by Scenario 6. Yes. Yeah, because Scenario 6 is when we return to Baltia Castle, and we're gonna have to deal with the cavalry there. Okay, moving Thorn. Okay, moving on. Great. Okay, so Baldarov is meeting the cavalry and the archery here in the east. We are being outflanked here, but we got to make sure to hold the line well. I mean, these guys could really give me some pretty good XP if necessary, but look at how many of them look how many we're dealing with right now. The Snares were slightly more 10 fighters. We can 2 fighters with some of their levels greater than or equal to 10. We can have 2 of those 2 lords. Two fighters with similar levels greater than or equal to 10. So Garrett here is at a 7. And Sabra here is 4. Okay, so that brings it to 11, so then that means that could actually get... And we have Thorn here, so that means... And Thorn's at level 3. Okay, so then we should be able to have 2 lords, but I think what's happened has happened already. We're just gonna have to make the most of this. For instance, we have Thorn level 3 and Garrett level 7, which is 3 plus 7 equals 10. So in theory, we can promote both to Thorn and Garrett to lords if we play perfectly. Okay. Okay, so that's an interesting thing to take into consideration. Alright, so that takes care of that. Okay, all the RNG dice rolls fail for the enemy. We maintain 10 units per group. Again, Baldarov's men serve as a tank here. I had a feeling that unit was going to be destroyed, but such a sacrifice. Personally know only one consistent way to promote 2 characters to lords here. Okay. I mean, like, my units are pretty much getting wiped clean here, but... We got 120 out of 130 expended points in sooner, so we don't have to worry about Mina. Yeah, that's cool. I'm actually glad that I have Mina as a priestess now, thanks to your help, Magus. Okay, we got Sauber to level 5, that's nice. Okay, turn 5. Here we go. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so we cannot make any other moves. Okay, so let's just attack this guy. Let's get Garrett up. I want his levels to go up. Okay, attacking the Cavaliers with the hillside as the defense bonus. There's only 2 left over here, so we'll just bring these guys out in the open. Okay, more XP acquired. Depending on how you feel about it, we can play or try to consistently. I will respect your decision regardless. I want to see how things fare over here first. Okay, so we got... Okay, Garrett's now at level 8. Good, good. Okay, so we have some... Alright, so we do have some other damage. Okay, this guy's he only has 4 units, so he's gonna retreat back to the comfort of his commander here. This cavalry is gonna try and make an attempt against my other guys, so what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna try... Let me see. Let's see, that's 4 HP. How many... Okay, she has how much MP? MP 16. Okay, let's just use 2 over here. There we go. So we now have some healed up units. Let's see what we're gonna do. Do we want to at least build... I kind of want to focus more on... Okay, Mina's already at Priestess. And I do want to focus on getting Garrett up to level 10 as soon as possible. So we're gonna have to really have his men work on these Cavaliers here. Let's just move these guys over here. Yeah, because the Cavalier is not going to attack my men if there's only 4 units. They're just... This guy really will have to retreat back to the side of his commander to heal up, and then from there I can have Garrett pick him off. Okay. So we are advancing. I do need to have the hillside advantage here. Okay, let's put this one here. Alright, let's move these guys around this place. Yeah, monks are awesome. I love their defensive capabilities. Guardmen are only good for one thing in this game, and that's to pound slimes. Alright, let's just focus on taking up the rear here. Good. Okay, so they've made their move, so let's move up. Let's head up a bit. Let's just change the command to manual here. Come to think of it, I'm just gonna end the phase and just let the enemy make the move against me. Because if I can just keep some of these other units alive... They don't have type advantage over horseman commander attacks when near range. I mean, they won't have crazy RNG rerolls and won't die easily. Okay. Good to know. Okay, we took out some more men because we have the hillside advantage. But now they're gonna take out another, because now there's only 4 guys left. Okay, so these troops had to be sacrificed. Okay, they hold the line. Oh-ho. Well, Lance used up his MP for that. Okay. So we're gonna reposition this troop over here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have loaded like that. You know what, never mind. Let's take out this Cavalier. Because I just gotta get that XP. Okay, so we can move this guy over here, take this guy out. Yeah. Lance unloaded all of his magic into Balderov. Okay, so now let's take this guy out. Okay, get some XP from that. Okay. I don't want them to come down off their mountain just to take out these guys. I mean, we need the mountain terrain advantage here. But I definitely want to take out this guy as well. Okay, so there's only like one troop left here in this particular unit, so let's get rid of him. Okay, let's reposition. Move the weaker troops to the back. Okay, let's just put one. Let's change this to manual. I won't be doing much of anything over here. There's another lone soldier over there. I'm gonna treat Balder off here and the face because I want them to come at me. Okay, I forgot to account for one soldier. Okay, that was my mistake. I actually thought I moved all of Sovereign's men, but... Thanks. I mean, it's very important to take advantage of those terrain defense bonuses. Baldarov has plenty of good terrain to his advantage. I mean, the mountains and the forest provide excellent cover. And of course we have archers, which also have full movement capability in the forests. Alright, full wipe. Double death, but we did get Supper to level 6. Okay, so all the rest of the Cavaliers have been dealt with, so now it's time for us to take care of this motherfucker. We're gonna need to soften him up a bit. So let me just take a look at what I can do. Okay, so I'm gonna have Mina here do a little bit of healing for our guys. Okay, that seems to have only worked for just one guy here. Alright, let me just see. Let me just reposition him over here and move this guy over here. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put lead in... Yeah, I'm just gonna put him over here. Okay, that brought him down to 1. And now I should be able to finish... Yeah, I should be able to use the command radius bonuses to finish off this guy. There. We got... Okay, Garrett's at level 9. Okay, one more victory and we can bring him to Lord... And we can bring him to the status of Lord. Okay, so let's reposition. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's one commander that's down, so now we need to move on to the next batch of enemies. Okay, so there's this guy right over here. Okay, so we have Sabra to level 6, so I wanted to see if I can try and get Thorn up a bit. May have to sacrifice a few soldiers here. Guess we have to rid of Baldur before, but yeah, that's the thing. I don't want him to, I don't want him to suck up all that beautiful XP, so I'm just taking my time, but I do have to recover Garrett, after that little skirmish. Okay, so I now need to give Thorn a little bit of... Thorn's men a chance to kick some ass and take some names here. So I'm just gonna have to position them in the mountains respectively. Gonna see if I can pull this guy out, but he'll probably attack this soldier. And we're not gonna do anything with Baldurov's men, we're gonna end the phase. We're just gonna have Baldurov hold the line here. Problem is, we cannot promote both Sabra and Thorn. Yeah, but I would like to at least try to get Garrett to level 10 if possible. Okay, so Sabra's unit got wiped. Okay, so we do need to recover... How much magic is left? So... There we go. So now Garrett's at full health, so then all that's left to do is now rendezvous with the rest of the gang. Gonna put him over here. This, just like that. Okay, so we're putting ourselves back here now. I don't like the fact that the first commander here is positioning himself in the mountains. I want to try to pull him off. We have the Salvador for instance, where having one weak player is better than having two high lower size has expensive troops. Yeah. But I want to get Thorn up another level before this scenario is over, since he's at level 3, and I'd like to try to get him to level 4. So we have a chance to try and earn even more for him in the next scenario. So maybe what I could do is I could see if I could try to soften... Okay, so this belongs to the first commander, so what I'm going to do here is this. Alright. Okay, Thorn's command radius only goes up to here, so... Okay, here's what I'm probably gonna try. Just gonna position this guy over here. Move Thorn into position over here. That's Sabra's man, so I'll put him over here. See if I can get anything out of this. Nope, I'm out of range. So, okay, so that got him wiped. Damn it. So we would have to take out this commander in order to get to this troop here. Alright, so let's just position him up. No, that's Sabra's soldier. Okay, we could sacrifice this soldier in the meantime. Oh. Okay, I could have went after that guy. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Alright, let me take a quick look. Lance's MP is 0. Yeah, he spent all that MP just to attack Baldurov. Now he has no magic advantage. Because once MP is gone, it's gone. Okay, so Valdorov's men are gonna hold the line. Okay, I could have sworn I actually had my guys put... Okay, next time I gotta put in manual. Okay, 9th turn. Alright, so let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, hang on a minute. I don't want to have to go all the way. Let's just move around the riverbed here. Now, I know that the path can provide more movement range, but it would be taking the scenic route. I want to just get us... Bonkers mean is the strongest character right now, yeah. Okay, we don't need... We're holding the line with Baldorov's men. Okay, let's put Thorn over here. Maybe this will help draw out his men. Because the important thing is I want to get this commander off the mountainside, so he doesn't have the terrain bonus. You know what, let's try it like this. Okay, I was out of range. Okay, got them done. Okay, we're gonna leave it like this. And, let's move this guy back and put another archer over here. And put another archer over here. Okay, we have one unit that survives. Okay, 10th turn. Okay, let's have Nina move this way. Extend these guys out a bit. Oh, whatever. Let's just ford the river. Yeah. All right. So they move over this way. Map 2 is under 68 XP, not 268. Excuse me, a type of... That's okay. No worries. Okay, let's... I'm just... Wait. Oh yeah, these soldiers are out of range, so they don't get the defense bonuses. Or the attack bonuses, so they should be easy pickings. Even if they are on the mountain. Okay, that takes care of them. Okay, so what's left here is now... Okay, this guy didn't even budge. But I want to pull this commander off his mountain here. By the way, terrain doesn't give you defense bonus, it gives you evasion bonuses. Interesting. Because I didn't really see it. Okay, because I tried reading the Warsong manual. I don't think I remember seeing something about an evasion. It just simply said, like, adds a percentage bonus to your defense. Okay, so I stand corrected on that front. Thanks for letting me know. I mean, after all, you guys are welcome to correct me if there's any details that I've gotten wrong on, on my channel. Or any of my streams, because I do have a tendency to mess up from time to time. I try to do things to the best of my ability. Like the flat randomized chance of evading attacks regardless of how powerful the opponent is. Okay. Because I was under the impression that when you have added terrain, it pretty much provides additional cover. Provides additional cover for your troops so that the enemy could pretty much miss their chances at a successful hit. But evasion also makes sense too. Okay, so we're gonna position them there. Move Beldrose in here. Good, I pulled him off the mountain. I may have had to lose a few troops for it, but so be it. Okay, so we're gonna put our guys over here on the road. Okay, Amito advances. Defense account of evasion bonus is the accuracy bonus, which is affected by your level. Like level 1's gonna slot me, while level 9 misses me rarely. This attack is higher than the opponent's defense. Okay, so there's basically a lot more to the mechanics than what the manual provides for you. The manual just doesn't stay clear enough. Yeah, I mean, the instruction manual for this game is a bit of a doozy, honestly. But I can understand that Traco tried their best to explain the game in layman's terms as best as possible to casual gamers back in the day. When you know more about the actual mechanics of the game, it's way more fun to play. Yes, I can agree. Okay, so let's get Sabra off the mountain here. Position her troop over here. Okay, we still have this motherfucker to deal with over here. So let's go. Oh my god, that only dealt 1 point. Okay, that's a bit of a piss off. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just load up. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Let me try this. I can't soften him up. Yeah, we're gonna have to give it another go here. So, let's just position the guys over here. Okay, everyone's already moved over here. Let's return back to Baldarov here. Oh my god, all my archers are at full health, so... Okay, let's end the phase. Okay, 2 Cavaliers hold out. Okay, now we have a ranged attack. We have ranged skirmishes here. Okay, so now the commander gets a level up. Okay, let's have the monks regroup themselves. Okay. Okay, I have to hold my position here on the mountainside. There's shield her with monks. Yes, okay, the horsemen are all over here. They would still be at least another 2 or 3 turns before they could reach me if she were to maintain position right here. But I definitely need to have my monks all regrouped into a proper defensive position around her. Okay, let's give it another try. Okay, that's more like it. I'm gonna position him over here. Seriously, I need to be... Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do it like this. Okay, I can't penetrate his defense. Okay, let's just move our guys back to the proper position here. Alright, ending the phase. And of course he's gonna heal. Okay, let's get Garrett out into the open here. Okay, first let's get these monks out of the hillside. Oh my lord. Okay. Okay, I can't gamble with Thorn, so I have to definitely keep him nicely healed. And I have to move this guy out and out of the way. There we go, positioning him over here. Okay, let's see if I can do a bit more damage to him. Okay, this is not good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have Sabra hold her position over here, because I need to have Mina right behind them, just when it's time to deal with the Cavaliers. Okay, so Thorn has manual control set, so I don't have to worry about the troops moving on their own, and we're gonna end the phase. Another one of Sabra's soldiers out in the open. Okay, so the commander heals back to 10. Okay, we're moving this way. So now we're out in the open field. And my monks have some serious catching up to do. Alright, moving on. That only brought him to 6. Okay. Let's keep him over there. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Wonderful. Okay, so let's just put... Alright, and holding the line with Balderov. Because I still want to keep as many units active on the enemy side so we can collect more experience, so Balderov doesn't do XP vacuums for our entire party members. Okay. Alright, let's give it another go. Nope, that got us wiped. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man. For fuck's sakes. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna have to soften it. Maybe I'm just gonna have to double team him with Sabra then, because this is getting out of hand even for me. But, okay, so we can move Sabra back in here. So I guess maybe what I could do is just have Sabra attack him from one angle and then have Thorn deliver the killing blow. That's what I'm thinking of doing it. Because this guy is going to heal up since he's below 7. Okay, so we have Garrett over here. And we're gonna have a good, as always, Bulwark holds the line. Yep, as expected, the commander heals. Gonna try this. Okay, that was close. That was very close. I don't want to have to lose Sabra. Okay, got him. Finally, we got him. So that brings Thorn up to level 4. Okay. So that's out of the way, so now we can concentrate our efforts on the eastern flank. So let's reposition our men. Okay, we still have to move Garrett here. Let's have him go right into the mountainside. Okay, so Garrett is getting close, so we can pretty much move him over here and stay close to the mountains to increase evasion bonus, as you say, Earl Omegas. Alright, cool. Let's just treat Thorn and Sabra here. Stay close to the... Stay close to the hillside. Better to do it like this, so I don't have to keep manually moving all my men. Okay, let's just end it. Okay. Lance is on the move. Archers are Dark Elves and the Force have 40% invasion instead of 20%, which makes the Force equivalent to castle walls for them. Okay, gotta be careful here. I don't want to get Garrett wiped. Can't take chances. Okay, took him out. Oh, I still have Mina in move position. Okay. Alright, alright, let's see what we can get out of this. So they're forming diamond formation around Mina. Vader engaging Garrett. Okay, Tron 20 Trunks. Okay, getting out of the valley. Lance, retreat a bit with Garrett, I guess. Yeah, I would say that would be the best course of action. Okay, let's Mina get into the mountains a bit. Okay. Okay, Lance did not make a move. That would've... I was starting to get scared there. Alright. We're gonna have to have Garrett retreat into the mountains. Not enough MP. Oh, that's beautiful. Nope, she can't do it anymore. Okay, we're gonna have to maintain a very strong, a very tight formation against Garrett here. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to have Baldarov advance at this point because everything is really going... I mean, like I said, I would like to get that extra XP, but we really gotta get this scenario done. Alright, let's go on the attack. May have to divert away from Garrett a bit. Okay, here's what I need to do. May have to sacrifice these elves here, but I want to get Baldarov up into the mountains. I gotta give him that evasion bonus. Let's get rid of this motherfucker. Just keep the mountain defenses open. Alright. Wipe out the 7, alright? Provide cover to Sabra with Thorn's men. Nope, that's it in terms of the MP. But perhaps I can use Garrett's troops here to wipe out the rest of these guys. Okay, we did wipe out the cavalry here, but that still didn't level up. Okay, we really gotta think carefully on how we're gonna win this. Okay, Lance is definitely on the attack now. Okay, 2 units survive. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't want to lose a commander. I want to try to get the best ending to this game. Okay, so we lost another unit. Okay, we do have to treat Garrett. Let's just ice these elves. Okay, now we have a bit of an advantage. Let's soften up this cavalier. Okay, that's good enough, so he's down to 3, so I can bring in Balderoth to finish this fucker off. Okay. Okay, so he's still holding out. Okay, let's just put in these guys over here. Okay, let's get back to the rest of the gang here. Nope, he has to stay there. Gotta switch this back to manual. I could try giving... They don't type below 7 less doesn't take unless it's J units. Okay, that's good to know. This is J units where he loses all troops. He has, let's see, Lance has 1, 2... He's got 4 Cavalier units left. Thorn. Let's just position him over here. There. Okay, let's hold it like that. It's not good when the enemy has the higher ground. Okay, at least the monks survived that. 3 of them did. But they're not gonna survive this. Okay, have to be very careful, but I definitely need to get this command out of the way so I can provide some much-needed assistance. But Valdorov needs to recover his HP first. But in the meantime, let's just take care of the rest of these fucking riffraffs. I don't know, I might be interested. Lance really has the corner here. Yeah, I have to really think careful here. No, hang on a minute. Just gonna get rid of the rest of these enemy archers here. This game, it does work like a bit of a chess game of sorts. You gotta plan your moves very carefully. No, his defense is too strong. Just surround it. Alright. Okay, Garrett would need about a couple more victories in order to get himself to Lord status. Okay, I gotta think very carefully. I don't want to lose my commanders. I can lose units, that's fine, but not commanders. Lance won't attack, destroy us. Okay. Destroys other adjacent troops. Okay, then we're gonna try like this. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I could seriously lose Sabra here. Oh my god. Maybe I'll have to try bringing Mina here then. We're in hot water here. We are in serious hot water. It's a place for Garrett's level. Just weaken him first, okay. Just step in with Garrett. Garrett's only at 8 HP here. I mean, is it okay to try to attack Lance at 8 HP? Because now I'm a little bit unsure of my chances. After awakening... Fucking god. Okay, just give me one moment here. Lance has to have 5 HP or less to survive at 8. Has to have 5 HP or less for Garrett to survive. Okay. So bring in my troops, bring Lance down to 5 HP, then have Garrett finish him off. Destroy the freaking 4 horsemen with Mina's monks. Okay, so we're gonna give it a try. Alright, so we're gonna try this. Hold on, let's see. Okay, yeah, so they're in the command radius, so let's give this a try. Okay, if I remember correctly, the horsemen are still gonna try to recover next to Lance. Oh wait, there's a fucking horseman over here. Hang on a minute. Hang on, okay, it's still within the command radius. I should be able to try to use Thorn to weaken this Cavalier unit. No, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat Garrett here. Okay, we're gambling. Oh. Oh, good. They didn't try to attack Sawberg. Thank goodness. Okay. So we're gonna treat Mina here. I'm gonna have Sawberg. Hang on a minute. Maybe let me just. Alright, Lance was a dummy. Okay, so first let's deal with the easy stuff with Balderov. So I do have an advantage on the mountains with this. Okay, I only got one shot in on this commander. He's gonna go over here. We're gonna put Balderov over here and engage. Okay, that brings him down to 2. Okay, so now it's easy pickings for... Deflected all those arrows. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can at least move the archers a little bit up. So I can try to coax the horsemen down here. Let's try to pull the horsemen down here if possible. Okay, I can probably have Thorn engage this guy. Collect the experience. HP adjacent to Lance's around his isolated 6 HP unit. Okay, there is. Okay. This will prevent the Zig from retreating and Lance from attacking. Okay, so... Yeah. Alright, so let's move this guy over here. Fuckers survived that. Oh my god. Okay, let's just move this guy back here. Move this guy over. As a matter of fact, let's just engage this guy, because I gotta weaken these horsemen. I'm gonna have to have Sabra fall back a bit, because I need her alive. Thorns. Below 7 won't attack. Lance won't attack in his own when he has single troop alive, okay. Okay. Surrender's only remaining alive troop to prevent it from retreating and treating. I am the Black Knight Lance Calzus. You are an unworthy adversary. Okay, monks got wiped. I think I should be okay to take care of this guy. Okay, that's it. We got rid of another commander. There. Okay, so let me see how far his command radius can only go in. Gonna have to move Mina into the mountains again. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so let's move over here. Still survives, that mother... Treat. I know I'm out of range, but I'm gonna take my chances. Okay, that worked. Use Thorn or Garrett. Okay. I'm gonna put Thorn in the forest patch here. Move him over this way. Have him attack this. Oh my god, he slaughtered all my men. Fuck! Okay. Okay, let's just keep him over here. I could try and engage. Let's just see. Okay, that will just distracting. We're just distracting Lance here with Baldarov's archers. Okay, so we're gonna have to soften up Lance and have Garrett deliver the killing blow. Hang on. Alright. So only 2 enemy units remain. More monks are wiped. Alright. Going to advance Baldarov now. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have him take a position like this. Okay. Okay, you got to level 8. Oh my effing lord. Okay. Okay. I have a bit of my work cut out for me again. Okay, how am I gonna work this out? Because I want to make sure all the commanders are kept alive. I can sacrifice units. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me see if I can do it from the mountainside. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat Balder off here. Put them over here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna have. I just want to get rid of this horseman. There. Okay. So all the cavalry units have been disposed of. Now all that's left is Lance. I'm gonna hold the position with Mina, and I'm gonna hold the position with Garrett because I want to make sure I can engage Lance from the mountainside. And I may have to use Balderolf to soften up Lance so Garrett can finish him off. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay, you went after the monk. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. I just need to make a quick bathroom break. Don't go away, guys. Alright, and we're back. So now let's get back into the action. Nope, hang on. Turning the music back on, because I love the music. Okay, back at the ranch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Baldarov engage Lance. Soften him up. There, 4. So now I can have... Okay, time for Garrett to deliver the killing blow. Bye-bye, Lance. Hell yeah. Okay, and we're put... Okay, so we got Garrett to level 10, so now we can put him to Lord, I say. I think, yeah, because I think maybe we gotta bring him to Lord, if I remember correctly. Lord, yep. Okay, there he is, Lord Garrett. Who are you? I am Garrett. I'm the Prince of the Baltia Kingdom. This battle is not yet over. We shall meet again. Wait! Prince Garrett. Forward to the castle of Baltia. I have an unsettled score to finish. Prince, watch out! Ugh! Baldarov! It was an error. They must still be around. Search the area. But I wiped all the units. How could there still be people around? Baldarov, are you alright? Hang on! Prince, I don't think I can take it any longer. Don't say that! Prince, you will become a great king. Baldarov, wake up! Baldarov! Baldarov! Okay, we finally completed Scenario 5. There we go, and we earned 3,520 points for all of our troubles. So I'm gonna save scum into number 2. Okay, Prologue. 6. Battle for the Castle of Baltia. After defeating Lance and his army, Garrett arrives back to the Castle of Baltia. Win. Defeating the enemy's leader, Garyon. Lose. Death of Garrett. 4 units to command, because Baldarov's gone now. So, let's see who we're dealing with. We're dealing with 2 Royal Guards, as well as Commander Garyon. We have a couple of Cavalier... we have, like, 2 sets of Cavaliers to deal with. We have 2 Cavalier divisions to deal with, and 2 Footman divisions, and one Archer division. Okay, let's get started. So we're at Castle Baltia, so we have one division stationed in the southern part of the castle, 2 on the western side, 2 on the eastern side, and 1 in the throne room. Well, we can hire archers among soldiers are next to useless. Okay, cool. Good, because I don't like soldiers anyway, even if they are cheap. And we got lots of money. Give me those beautiful bowmen. Equip the sword. Alright. Mina and Thorn. Okay, soldiers. Mina and Thorn are on the low left, and Garrett and Salvin are low right. I'm definitely good at the fighters. Okay, so she's a... I'm probably gonna give the cross here to the Thorn. Okay, so only Sabra and Thorn as fighters can only hire soldiers. So do we just leave them unarmed or something? I mean, because I know that soldiers do have an advantage over archers. But if I remember correctly, I think we're only dealing with nothing but cavaliers on the western and eastern sides of the castle. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just take at least 4 soldiers with me. Okay, if they're good enough against the archers, I guess we'll... You know, fuck it. I'm gonna load myself up. I've got a lot of fucking money. The only more horsemen is my issue. Okay, cool. Okay, let's position our starting... Let's put in our starting positions for each of our commanders, shall we? Mina and Thorn at the low left. Alright. And, Sawguard and Sawguard on the low right. Okay. Sawguard's gonna need the sword. Oh. She needs the sword, because I already gave the sword... I already gave the great sword to Garrett. I mean, we could try to chance it. You know what? Let's try and chance it. You can't take our castle, you fools! We finally reached the castle. I wish Baldorf could have seen this. Your Highness. Come. Follow me. Don't attack them unless you're weak. I mean, informant himself stand next to the enemy, force to create a wall against, let the enemy attack you. Okay, so they'll take defensive positions up against the enemy. Garrett can do a bit of cleanup on the right side, okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move them out. Okay, we have one soldier on the rampart. Yeah, okay, Mina forms the next enemy and create a wall defense, let the enemy attack you. Okay, so here's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna shift him over here. Okay, and Garrett can do magic now, cool. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I already positioned him. Okay, never mind. We still get the advantage with our archers. over here. Alright, I guess that moved everyone. Alright, enemy's turn. Try to grind Stubborn Thorn as much as you can. That's the idea, because I gotta get them out of there. I don't want them as fighters anymore. They really need to move up in rank. Oh, they're attacking me from the water. They get no defense from that. They get no evasion from that, that is. Okay, wiped a Cavalier unit. Okay, they did a pretty decent job taking out a few of those archers there. Well, I suggest making Kara the Lord, not because of his King class, but because Lord is superior middle tier class. I had a feeling about that. And when it looks like the right decision was made here. Okay, so it's our turn again. Okay, reaches all the way over there. Try to feed XP to Sabra. Okay, let me take a quick look. She's level 6, so yeah. We're not exactly where she promoted them for until very late in the game. Cool beans. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try scaling the walls and then have Sabra's troops scale the rampart so they can get the 40% evasion bonus against the enemy. Funeral soldiers do fine when fighting against weakened horsemen. Okay, that's also another good tactic. Okay, I'm gonna get Thorn on the parapet here and attack and pretty much attack the Cavalier. There we go. That's what I want to see. Because the 40% evade bonus is pretty good here. Okay, that really didn't help matters. Okay, they were weak, but not that weak. Okay, setting it to manual. And also set the manual so we don't have the troops gallivanting off everywhere. Problem with walls is they're often chasing other walls enemies can climb, yes. But I suppose it would be necessary for our fighters to hug these types of ramparts so that they can at least have the evasion bonus when they're facing off against tougher... like, pretty much just tougher units. Okay, so we're gonna end the phase here. Yes, engage Thorn, please. Thank you, that got me to level 5. Yes, please, engage him again. Aw, one of them survived. Alright, third turn. Man, I'd be scared to imagine the same map with me as a cleric with a guardsman. Oh, I can only imagine. Okay, I'm gonna see about moving Garrett a bit back so I can have Saber engage these soldiers. Aha, level 7. I'm gonna see, try my hand to get this guy. Okay, took 2 HP off him. Okay, so that takes care of the eastern flanks, so let's move on to the western flanks. So 40 XP from Lord Class 99, please. Okay, so I'll make them all into Lords. Lord gets a Rider, Dragon Knight, or Amazing Magic Knight, and a Ranger. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright. Seems like Thorn's doing pretty well for himself just on that parapet alone. Provided that the enemy doesn't scale up to the same level as he is. The castle will be ours again. Now go! Don't be afraid. Okay, moving on. Oh, that's the enemy unit, okay. Can't scale onto the parapet, unfortunately. But there is already an enemy commander waiting for me up there anyway. My PB is getting 4 to level 8 in Scenario 3. Oh, okay. Oh no! Oh, okay, good, it didn't enact the treatment. Okay. Okay, let's just treat these guys for a bit. Go after those horsemen. Okay, cool. Okay, we got slaughtered. Okay, good. We took out one. Okay, I know. So this guy's gonna be healing up since he's below 7. But I could try and... But I'll see if I can engage. No, I'm out of range. Fuck. But I did land a hit. Okay, and soften them up with archers. Alright, we can do it like this. Okay, we softened them up a couple more points. Alright, so that's all the units over here that I'm... So going back to the western side. Alright. Okay, level 6 for Thorn. Charger is a real late map. Okay. Over after the boss noise. Okay, cool. Okay, that got wiped. Alright, let's see what we can do now. I don't want to have this second commander staying up on the ramparts like that. I would like to have him, would like to pull him down, but I would first... Enemy denied on the right. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, we got Sabra 8. Okay. Gonna pull over here. Alright, going back to the west. Alright, that takes care of them. So I'm gonna bring this one guy down over here, make him heal next. Both the left enemy is gonna attack Thorn. Okay. Okay, I hate to say this, but I have no means of getting to that knight now. Everyone has ended their movements. Could probably just see if I can scale the walls a bit. Shit! Okay, don't kill her, don't kill her, don't kill her. Okay, good. I was a little worried there. Nope, he went after the monks. Okay, heal her with Garrett. There we go. So, Saba's just resting up. I'm gonna have... Okay... Okay. I know the archers are gonna go after these soldiers next. Let's just get Garrett's XP up a bit, because I would like to get him up to level 2 if possible. Now I need to pull this commander down. Just gonna provide a bit of defensive barrier around Sabra. Okay, so now we're moving back to the western side. Okay, let's see what I can do here. We did manage... Possibly some of them alive for 4 after Sabra classes up. Okay. Okay, so we got Thorn at... We still have Thorn at level 6 here. Stay right here. Put in that. Okay, we got the commander down from his rampart. He got the level 5 out of it. Alright, turn 7. Okay. Okay, so now that we got... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to advance Mina... No, I'm sorry, Sabra. Soften him up and then finish him up. Okay. I do want Sabra on the ramparts, though, because I think that she would... Yeah, I want her on the ramparts first and foremost. But we are going to use the rest of our guys to see if we can... Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna move Garrett over here to make sure that they have that 40% evasion bonus. Alright. I'm over here and attacking the archers. Okay, so now let's... Okay, so we almost have Garrett here to level 2. So I'm gonna leave them over there like this. Okay, there. We're gonna set it up like that. Leave XP for Saber. Yeah, that's the idea. But I want to make sure that Saber is in an advantageous. She might lack XP for promotion. Okay. A minute. What if I remove these guys over here, put them all down over here, and attack? There we go, we got Thorn to level 7. Okay, that didn't work. We were out of range. Alright. In that case, let's just get rid of the rest of these horsemen here. There we go. Alright, so there's only these commanders left. But I don't like the fact that the first commander's on the rampart. I'd like him to come down from it. But do I still have... Okay, what I could do is now I could try and use the monks to soften them up. Deal with Saber and Garrett is Saber as a lord has a short XP bar, 24 versus 42, so she lower the same Saber goes faster. Garrett's longer lord bar is compensated by his weak king class or by having +8 and +4 defense of the Magic Knight or the Magic Knight's net +6, +4. Okay, so he gets special attack and defense stats assigned to him for his respective character. Got it. Okay, we gotta soften up this knight dude. Okay. Now I should be able to finish him off with Thorn. And I'm gonna use my magic to... Actually, hang on a minute. So you like want to have a level 5 lord in your team for better healing rate and 3 healing power instead of 2, okay. Now he gets to set level 5 faster. Alright, that's all we can do for this turn. Prioritize her over Garrett, she has plenty of time to grow anyway. There's a little priority for now. Okay, cool. Okay, 8th turn. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring around my guys to help soften up. Right. He's a fighter. Nope, no good. They got wiped. Alright, I don't know if I want to just heal her up right now. Because I got 2 of these commanders to deal with. It's taking long. They all find other experience. Otherwise, all weak team never still has reached this cap, but people keep thinking since anyone else is too weak to get it. Yeah, it's like Garrett's pretty much would be a tank at this point, but it would be like the same thing with Baldrov. Baldrov cannot gain any XP since he's maxed out. But he's only supposed to be served as your tank defense just to help provide supports for your other guys so they can level up their respective classes. Okay, here's the thing. I do want to make sure that Sabra's at full health, so I don't want to have her engage immediately. And I know Garrett is pretty much... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move him over here. Okay, what I could do in this case is I'm just gonna bring Garrett to level 2 just so I can fill his bar. But the rest will have to be up to Sabra to collect. Okay, so now... Oh my god, okay. So Sabra doesn't have her soldiers anymore. But I'm just gonna... Okay, so that's all we can really do on this part. Priestess. Okay, so I do want to pull... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna treat Thorn here. Just let this guy take... So I'm gonna see if I can... So at least this commander will do it. Okay, you know what? Let's move her inside the castle walls. Because I gotta force this guy from his rampart or he's going to wipe the floor with me. Oh, crap. Alright, let's just end this phase. Well, at least we're getting the arc. Okay, at least this commander's been softened up. We can actually attack this guy now. Okay, Sabra's now at level 9. I don't have to worry about this guy, but I'm gonna have move Garrett and his men into place so they don't really... So this son of a bitch doesn't try to make any shots against Sabra. Oh. Yeah, feed the rest of the MP to Sabra. That's exactly the point. He'll retreat to the side of his commander since he's only at two men left. For reals. Yeah, because she's already level 9 and... So we're gonna have her take care of these 2 archers and this commander here. And I can heal her as well, yep. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna form them over here. Put this soldier over here. Just so I can force him down from his rampart. Okay. I'm sure the first commander will be tempted to take out this soldier even with only 2 men left. Okay. Ha! That's what I thought. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use magic to heal up. So I can go over here, attack this guy. Okay, Sabra's just gonna take out the rest of these archers. Okay, moving on. Wait, did I already... Yeah. Garrett's already made his turn. Okay, so we gotta take care of this son of a bitch. Okay. Because I want to get... Okay, that didn't work. Gonna try and bomb rush him. That put him down to 4. Even though you I want so to have one, I have to have the sword. As far as they have 23 attacking, the sword gets the plus of 25 can hurt. Grand was 24. Fuck. Okay, so that means I have no other choice but to use Garrett to finish off Garyon then. I don't know if I want to try my... Okay, let me see. This guy has an attack of 23, and Mina here has an... Would it be advisable to have me... Wait, I want to see... Okay, I'm gonna move him over here. I wonder if it's advisable to have Mina attack the commander here. You can use Lord Summon to finish off, or Mina, up to you. I'm gonna gamble. The gamble paid off. Okay. Although we are now a little bit delayed again to get Thorn up to his next class, but it shouldn't But like I said, we've already made some significant progress. Okay, that's the end of everyone's turn. Okay. Okay, I'll have Mina engage the archers again. That's the end of the archers. And... Okay, okay, the commander here is still gonna heal himself, so I'm not worried about him going after... Going after Sabara here. But I'll still have her... But I'm still gonna choose her center accordingly. Hang on. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Garrett can only heal one more time, so I'm just gonna have him just stay in place. Okay. So I'm gonna Thorn Treat himself and advance. Okay. So if Garrett's archers can hurt him, then what I'm gonna do is I'll just treat Sabara for the time being. Get them on a parapet and just weaken this guy a bit. Okay, that's about as much as I'm going to soften them up. Because I'm afraid they can finish him off if I send another unit of archers against them. Alright, now we are advancing further into the castle. Okay, everyone has taken their turn in the phase. Okay. So let's see what I can do in this case. I'm gonna move the archers over here. Damn it, they got wiped. Alright. Got him. We did it. Sabra is classing up to Lord. There, we've got Sabra to Lord. Ah, that's a relief. Now if I can just do the same thing for Thorn, we'll really be cooking with gas. Yeah, all that's left to do is get Thorn up. Thanks very much, Magus. Appreciate it. Alright, so everyone's taking their turn. All that's left is Geryon and his royal guards. Alright, let's head on. Let's head on to the throne room, shall we? Okay, so Geryon will engage if we go past these two columns, I believe. So I'm just gonna move them into the foyer a bit. Thorn can still have the royal guards. Okay. Okay, so Thorn only has the royal soldier and Geryon. All right. Everyone's taking their turn. Thorn can have the own, but only they're extremely weakened. Okay, then that means I'm gonna have to use Garrett and Sabra to probably soften them up. They cost 5 XPG while Lauren XP bar is 16, okay? I'm just gonna treat, I'm just gonna treat Sabra here for the time being, and end the phase. So everyone is now at full health. Oh! No, I brought the guards out. Okay, but at least we've held off. Geryon is worth to have the next piece. So if Armor finishes the whole bunch, he gets 5 plus 5 plus 10 equals 20 XP, which is as much as her XP bar as a lord. Okay. Oh yeah, so she cannot start using magic until the start of the next scenario. Alright. Let's bring everyone close to the throne room. Okay, everyone is now in the foyer. So the throne room itself is just right there. But I guess I also kind of squeezed everyone in at once, so I can't move anybody around. I can't go on the column. Boy. Okay. Well, what else can we do in this? Nope, nobody can move past that royal guard. That's a big womp womp from me. Oh well, let's end the phase. Okay, so I very much brought him down to 4. So I'm gonna try using Thorn to engage. Okay. Just gonna assign 1 guardsman to Thorn. Moving the archers around. Move my sub over here. Thorn cannot get 6 HP off him, and Garrett 2 tiles above Thorn. Okay. But Thorn is on... Okay. Cannot get 6 HP off him, but you know what? I can see the XP meter's almost full, so we can get Thorn up 1 more level. I would say this is about as... I can move my guys further inwards. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hold the line here. Look, we need 1 more unit above, otherwise this second's always going to block the entrance. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, it's already too late. He's blocking the entrance. I mean, I can call him back. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do a bit of a... Nope, he's blocking the entrance. Can't get past him. So we're just gonna have to rotate. We're just gonna have to rotate our monks here. Yeah, that's no good. Alright, move the units to below. Units below him, away so he retreats. Alright, let's try like this. Oh my god. Okay, we got him down to 9. Gotta set this to manual. There we go. Everyone's... Nope. Oh, whatever. Basically, Garrett had to be where this royal soldier is. Alright. Okay, so he's retreating back into the throne room. Okay. But we need 1 more unit above, otherwise the signal goes... Okay. Place with a soldier, let him attack Garrett. Place Garrett with it. Okay. that. And then he's ready to be taken out by the thorn. Okay. Now I gotta soften up this soldier. Okay, so I definitely... Okay. Hang on, hang on. Okay, so that got wiped. Okay, I think we'd have to beat. That's probably good for now. Okay, we're pretty much just gonna kamikaze these guardsmen against. Or I don't know, because I might want to use these guys just to help force Garion off his throne, because I don't want to face him when he's on his throne. He gets a 40% evasion bonus. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try using the archers to see if this will work. Okay, so the archers could penetrate. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna try again with... I guess I am gonna use these. Right, Garion at full HP is dangerous. He has 27 attack. Damn it, it only got him down to 2. Okay, but the thing is that the royal soldiers are down to 2, so they're gonna retreat back to Garion. Or I could also try... I'm gonna try and see if I can... Oh. No, I can't soften them down by even any further. Okay. Alright, block his retreat with your unit. Okay, we're ending the phase. Okay, yeah, he's blocked, so he can't get anywhere. Alright, so we're gonna do another attack by Thorn. There, we got Thorn to level 8. Alright, that's it. So all that's left to do is take out Garion and end the scenario. so what... Okay, so first let's position our archers next to one another. Force Garyon off his throne. There. This is as far as you'll get. You can't defeat me. I am Garyon. You made the mistake of getting off your perch, Garyon. Now I'm kicking your ass and I'm gonna laugh at you over it. I want you to exercise the same tactic in Lance. Isolate as it is. One weakened troop to prevent his Lance from attacking and get the XP all around the spot. But we're doing well in regards. Yeah. All things considered. Well, we lost our archers, but their sacrifice is worthwhile just to... Okay. So now all comes down to this. Our commanders really are gonna have to make short work of this motherfucker. Okay, so we have Thorn here. Okay, let's get him fully treated. And have our archers see if we can butter him up a bit. Okay, we got 1 point off. Garrett, then Sabra or Mina. Okay. Okay, he's down to 2 HP. He's gonna have no choice but to heal. But we cannot attack him all adjacent tiles are occupied, so we cannot attack him anymore. So we're gonna have to end the phase. Okay, 26 turn. Thorn is unlikely to kill him. Okay, that's what I was just thinking of. You know what? I'm gonna have Sabra deal the killing blow. No, she didn't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move the archer here. And move Mina to position. Got him. And Mina gets level 2. I underestimated you. You beat me. Ugh! Hail to the mighty Delsus Empire! And you're dead. Go and check inside the castle. Search for hostages. I'm ashamed of being captured. Thank you. You shouldn't feel that way. Garrett! Calais, you're a K. Please listen to me. Emperor Python has stolen the sacred sword Warsong. Only a few know of the secret that lies within the sword. Secret? An ancient evil which gave it unlimited power was confined in the sword. That is why it has always been regarded as sacred. I can't believe it. And Python has stolen the sword? I'm sure the evil will revive soon. We must get Warsong back in our hands as quickly as possible and confine the evil back into it. Does Python know about the sword's history? I don't think so. The king and I were the only ones who still remember the old stories. The evil might have the power to take away the sword. Also, we have to do something before that happens. Father, please keep a watchful eye on me. I will defend the world with my life. Have you seen my shield? I've seen it in the basement. I found a magic shield. Alright. We cleared that. And earn a cool 3,700 points in total out of it. So and a clear bonus of the 1,000 points to boot. Okay, let's just save it into this one. Alright. Prologue. Okay, so I think that's going to be the extent of today's stream. So I do have to run for dinner now. But, Jix for the win. So we've lost one character, Balrog, but 2 more characters if you want. That means the next map is tough. Will we play some... Yeah, we're not gonna have time to play 7 today. We're gonna have to leave that for next week, Magus. Because I do need to run for dinner. But you know what? These 2 scenarios here... I'm actually amazed that I managed to survive all that. But you know what? Thanks to your help, we actually survived and all of our commanders are still kicking. But we do have to make doubly sure that we can get Thorn to his Lord class ASAP. So we're gonna have, it's gonna take some very careful tactical planning from here on in. Anyways, I'm just gonna read this regardless, and then we're just gonna shut things down. 7. A brave man of the fortress. Baltia's defense fortress, Anzal, was attacked by Typhoon's army. Garrett advances to save his men. Win. Bayard's rescue. Defeating Momus. Lose. Death of Bayard and Garrett. Player times 6. We get 6 commanders to choose and command the respective troops in. And friend, which is Bayard the fighter. And there's going to be lizard knights and lizard men and it looks to be like dragon riders of sorts. Plus there's a cavalry and some archers. You're welcome, man. If Thorn is gonna need this sword, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Okay, so anyways, let's just shut things down now and return to our regular bubble screen. Alright. Well, anyways, that was fun. Although, it was a little bit of a nail-biter. Especially in Scenario 5. I really thought I was going to lose one of my commanders because of the permadeath feature in this game. Or I would rather say more of a penalty rather than a feature. But anyways, we managed to get through it just by a hair. Good job on map 5 and 6, and thanks to our stream first try. Yes! Yes, indeed. I mean, I was already considering restarting the scenario if one of my commanders has died, but I'm just glad I didn't have to come to that, but I hope that with some careful planning, we wouldn't even need to resort to that. But I do thank you for being here today, Megas. I really, once again, your support was well appreciated. And, yeah, and I'll just say for everyone else who just came in, it was also good to have you all here, as always. So, let's see who we're gonna rate today before I head off for Din Din. Let's just see who's available. Okay. We got Zoran the Wizard on. Dot Level is on, and he's playing Earthbound. Oh, my friend Sarzek's playing Splatterhouse. If you want, you can check the vid in your DMs. I've spent 7 months on the tactic there. Oh yeah, I have to still look at that vid. Yeah, I still need to review that vid a bit more. But in any case, I do need to run for dinner, so let's rate Sarzek, shall we? Oh my god. Okay, so apparently he wants me to sign in again. Hang on. I hate it when this happens. This tends to happen from time to time. I gotta authenticate this. And my hands are cold, so it's hard for me to use Authy right now. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're rating Sarzak. Okay. Say hi to Sarzak for me, guys, and see you next stream on RPG Capper. Take care, and bye-bye.
Expensive game too, if you want to go out and spend money on it, which you shouldn't. emulate it.
We're being attacked!
Hey, Capper, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, everybody. I'm Starzak.